Hello, everybody. What's going on? I forgot to do music. Here we go. All right. Let me hit the send on my Notos. And we're here. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Vert? How are you? What's up, Master Walt? What's up, Gym Leader? Oh, Dingus. What's up, Kamango? What's up, Dask? What's up, Stardust Virus? The Gym Rat Jirachi, yeah. Oh, I gotta change the goal. I'm redoing this. Holy moly, that was so bad. My movement was just so god-awful. Change this. I've actually never finished the Celebi either. This is very funny. All right. What's up, Lincoln? How are you doing? Hi, Nicholas. I'm just some random hunter doing Moon Repel Chick. Well, good luck on your Repel Trick hunts, Unrevoked. Thank you, interesting videos. I appreciate it. Bro. Luckily, my seed is so short, I don't mind just quick resetting. Like the stream or you'll miss the next RNG by 1 frame for the rest of your life. True. True. I'm drinking iced coffee. There we go. All right. I quite like that song, so we're gonna listen to it again. What's up, Toothache42? How you doing? Yeah, I should open up Metal Kid IV Calc. I guess the walking NPCs make this tricky. You know, it's not too bad, but yeah, it can be tough because of it. Took me 3.5 hours to get the one yesterday, which is, you know, conceptually no different than the one I'm aiming for today, so. I just want a perfect one. What's up, Ashton Dahlia? What's up, Logical Taco? How are you? Whoever in Zuno can't stay safe with the air quality if you're affected. Yeah. I actually can't believe the air quality is affecting other people now. I would have assumed this would have been done. This whole wildfire situation was done by now. I guess just because it left my periphery, right? First try, imagine. Now, let's see. Not first try. Alright, so here we go. Jirachi. Slowly. Ball levels 50. 62, 124. 9, 20, and 12. Alright. I'm honestly just so proud that this Jirachi just works so well. It's such a good recreation of the event, I think. Hey, what's up, Easy Peasy? How you doing, dog? This is gonna be loud, isn't it? Burnt out from games. Like from playing games or what? What type of game burnout you feeling, Easy? Oh, the Ruby Sapphire Battle Tower is easier, so I don't blame you. All right, let's see what we got. This song rips, by the way. If you don't agree, you're a dingus head. So we calc the stats, now we're looking for what we hit. That's what we hit. I don't even remember what seed we're aiming for. We're aiming for 774 decimal is the seed we're aiming for, so it's not that one. It's probably this one. This 977. Yeah. All right, so we hit 795. We were quite a bit late, honestly. I'm thinking there's some sort of inherent painting delay that is making it. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I love this song too. I need to learn how to make music. Hey, what's up, Chris? Like, yeah. Although my real thing, I really want to learn how to make like Game Boy chiptune music, but the thing is, all of the resources and information and trackers there are to use for it, the information is just like horrible. Like I can't understand any of it at all. $2.99. Thank you for the $2.99. R. The A$2.99 Australian, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't really say the. I don't know why it doesn't say the currency, but interesting videos. Thank you for the $3 in whatever currency that is. Love the thumbnail. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm just feeling a little bit shitposty with my thumbnails lately, so that's where I'm at right now. Actually, I want to listen to the Davy Lamp again because it was so good. Now my back is itching. Itchy back. Alright, there we go. It's Australian. That makes sense. Well, because in my tiny little video thing here, like in the stream chat thing that I've got, it looks like an R, but then when I looked over it said A, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's Australian, but it could be Austrian or something, I don't know. It's so funny that Australia and Canada both use the word dollars. But like a lot of other especially considering they come from a country that doesn't use dollars. Like they were at once ruled by. Thanks for the donation. I don't know why it always displays in euros, but whatever. You came because of the thumbnail? Thank you, Minerva. What's going on? You like my ripped Jirachis? More than 20 currencies use the dollar term, apparently. Interesting. Yeah, let's see. What do we got? Bashful. You can tell right away from the HP that it's bad. The first few ones, you know, as much as I don't like calcing where I'm at, you gotta calc the first few runs because otherwise you're sort of fucked. All right, 163. 108, 112, 118, 109, 110. 166, 110, 114, 120, 111, 112. 169, 112, 116, 122, 113, 114. What would you do if in the next attempt you encountered a Jirachi and it was a tiny version of yourself? I'd be very surprised that the graphics routine of the game changed to spawn a tiny version of myself. I wish I was skilled enough to write something directly into VRAM so I could make new graphics appear, but I'm just simply not. I wanted so badly to get an NPC to appear somewhere or like something. Great thumbnails for the last 2 streams, thanks. It's so funny, someone commented on my thing. They were like, great job, thumbnail guy. And I was like, I don't have a thumbnail guy. I'm alone. I do all I do. Like, of course I get help from my friends in many different ways, no doubt. Don't get it twisted, you know. But like oh, wrong answer. Bashful. But like, it's usually not much more than consultations from other people, you know what I mean? Like honestly, the biggest exception is these. Hey, what's up, Papa Cheeseburger? How you doing? The biggest exception is honestly these last 2 videos where Xiao and Riley both helped me in very significant ways. Those are the first 2 videos I've really ever made that where it wasn't like me doing literally 99% of the work. You know what I mean? All right. 897 something. All right, so we were still a bit off. So we hit this seed and we hit this target advance. All right, we try again. They thought my name was Thumbnail Guy. Ah, I see. Is there a way to trigger RC into giving you the battle tower strip ribbons by bypass? Not that I know of. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people just have a warped perspective. I think it doesn't help that a lot of the older RNG dude, we're trying again. I think there's a few reasons why it happened. If you want to talk about it, it's my first theory is that they see it as a shortcut to they see it as a shortcut to getting a shiny Pokemon. But you know, RNG manip is of course much more than that. And then on top of that, the older RNG manipping communities, if you were to ask me, were quite elitist and not welcoming to new people. So I think changing the perception from people like Togami and Vlad doing everything just flaming people to people like Hefe, and also it didn't help that a lot of people used to think that because of those older RNG communities like Togami and like Vlad, like people used to think that like RNG manipulation was only for emulators using Lua scripts, which, you know, is a lot closer to using a cheat code regardless of what you're saying. Like, and I mean, there's always been people who do normal RNG without you know, just retail RNG, but I don't think it really took off until a few years ago. Do your readers only work on Ruby Sapphire? They can be activated only for Ruby and Sapphire. They do not work on Emerald. There's several reasons for this. Emerald version has different RAM addresses for all of the functions. I don't want to look them up. In addition to that, Emerald does not have e-reader functionality, so, and would with Japanese, but I'm actually like, even if I could 100% definitely get it to work in the English version of Emerald, I'm personally kind of happy that they only work in Ruby and Sapphire right now, because to me, you know, they're my own creation, so of course I'm gonna like them more than your average person, but to me they give an edge to Ruby and Sapphire over Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald that Ruby and Sapphire didn't have. So I'm honestly kind of happy to just leave it, even if I could port them to Japanese Emerald or Japanese Fire Red or something. Like, I'm happy to just leave it as it is, because to be honest with you, this is unique. I got an RNG because I was not about to shiny on a Colo shiny. I don't have that kind of time. Awesome, Logical Taco. Yeah, I didn't even get into shiny hunt, or I didn't even get into RNG manips for the shiny. I've actually only done one shiny hunt ever. I've only done one shiny hunt ever, and it was literally just because fudge. In order to know your secret ID in Sword and Shield, you have to do a shiny hunt. There's no other way to find it without hacking or botting or cheating. And so I did a shiny hunt in that game. It's the only time I've ever done a shiny hunt. Japanese Fire Red Leaf Green and Japanese Emerald have e-reader functionality. Yes. I think there's even a battle card e-set for Japanese Emerald, but maybe I'm wrong. Unfortunately, the way it's written out of English Emerald makes it almost impossible for me to do something with it. Because it's just hard-coded to, even if you set the flag for mystery event to be unlocked in English Emerald, it's just hard-coded to not show it at the main menu. And I don't think that there is a way in RAM to change it. If there was a way in RAM to change it and allow mystery event to be accessible, it would be easy. Otherwise, the alternative is to change the transfer routines in the Eon ticket to send to different spots in memory and use like a wonder card and stuff like that. And the wonder card system is actually way more limited than the mystery event system. So it's probably not worth it to even look into that. But if someone ever does want to look into it, I'm happy to provide whatever knowledge that I have. What's your nature again? Quiet, right? Yeah. Wow, there's quite a lot here. All right, let's see what we got. Hopefully I find it soon. Right now I'm just copying the seeds to check them. Maybe this, no, I don't know. There we go. All right, so we have hit 774, which is the seed I'm aiming for. Oh, we were 2 frames late, I think? Yeah, we were just 2 frames late, that's it. I actually think this song might get me copyrighted, I've just realized. I very much hope it didn't, but whatever. Recently for me, I was doing some sorry singing and Emerald and kept hitting the same either side of my frame as PAL Game Boy player. I don't think it should. Dude, the 11th hour OST is so fucking good. God, I need to learn how to make music. I will say that using tape audio, even from a place like Tabletop Audio, has greatly enhanced the quality of my tabletop sessions, if you ask me. It doesn't matter if PAL is running at 50 FPS, because the Game Boy player is not running at 50 FPS. The Game Boy player software, what it's doing is probably just discarding frames, like it's just doing frame skips. It'll make the video look choppy. Time for some good ass music. The song rips. We play ROM hacks like Emerald Kaizo? Not really. They tend to not interest me. I'm vaguely interested by that ROM hack game, the Emerald Rogue, but I don't know. Still kind of not interested in it at the same time. My curiosity has only vaguely been piqued. Adamant. We're actually gonna do a few rips with this calibration because I was only 2 frames off, so let's pass the bank home legality check. Yes, I had a whole section in the video about how hard I worked to make it legal. All of my events pass bank and home legality, and in fact the only one that I have that isn't a truly legal event is the Mew, because the Mew is English or whatever. What's up, T-Bolt? How you doing? So, and Mew passes bank and home. Oh, Shiny Celebi doesn't, of course, as well. I forgot about that one. Well, in fact, actually, funnily enough, all of the Celebis from the lock broken one will pass through bank as long as they're not shiny. So, yeah, and so the video I have as a pinned comment, or a pinned chat message or whatever, explains how I made this event. It explains how I made this event, how this event works, and how I made it legal. So I'll show you if you stick around for the next run. At the end of it, the Jirachi reads as a channel Jirachi, actually, from the European game. All of my Pokemon meet the PK Hex legalities. I mean, as far as I'm aware, they're 100% legal. I haven't seen any evidence in my programming or results that I've done through countless hours of testing, but these Pokemon are RNG identical to the way the GameCube game produces, Pokemon Channel produces this Jirachi. Same with the Celebi. Those are both like literally RNG identical. There can be no differences. Yeah, I made it myself. Why? Let's see. So as you can see here, good morning, Laura. So as you can see here, Scrimblow, Bimblow. The Jirachi says channel with the 40122. It's got the Gamelon berry. This is identical to the like met location and everything, RNG algorithm, everything of a channel Jirachi. from the European Pokemon channel games. I don't know. Yeah, the shinies from channel are not very good, but it can have many shinies. Fuck. I play on a DS almost always. Yes, the shinies from channel are better than the non-shinies from Wishmaker, because Wishmaker only produces garbage Pokemon. Yeah, Wishmaker Jirachi's cringe. That's why I went with the channel. It's actually funny. It's harder to RNG the channel Jirachi on from my system from my event than it is to RNG a channel Jirachi from Pokemon channel. Just because you have to be 2 frame per, like the channel Jirachi requires no frame perfect inputs or anything of this sort. The things you teach you should be at 100k subs. I'm trying. The goal with this Jirachi is to get one with modest and 5 perfect stats. I missed the button. No. People are presuming that from a leak, I believe. Yeah, I don't understand the point of nerfing Dark Void and then also making it so Smeargle can't use it. Like, Darkrai's not even legal. Why did you make his move bad? Like, Smeargle can't use Hoopa's move. You know what I mean? Hoopa's... Why'd they do that? It just seems rude. It just seems rude to me. That's all I'll say about this. What I would say is, what I think they should have done is made it so that Dark Void put all 4 Pokemon to sleep on the field, including Smeargle. I think that would have been hilarious. Well, no one knows how accurate the DLC leaks are, as far as I'm aware. Monoclaw, yeah, someone got to high ladder on Showdown with Monoclaw in OU, correct? I watched Pokémon using the team. Alright, we'll do 2 more Jirachi, including this one. Or not including this one. See if we can't get it. Alright, brave. Alright. 2 more, and then we'll check to see where we're landing. Well, you know, the thing is, I think saying it as Monoclaw is a little bit disingenuous, because really what it is screens. You know what I mean? Yes, it is Mono Quick Claw, which is hilarious, but on top of that, it is a screens team, and screens are fucking cheap. Like, a Quick Claw team probably wouldn't work without screen. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, Ursaluna is gambling behind screens to get Quick Claws off. No doubt, that's what it's doing. But on top of that, Ursaluna can take literally double the beating that it could otherwise, you know? So... I hope I get the Jirachi too. I did it yesterday, so who's to say how long this is going to take me? Luckily, these attempts, I also found one with pretty quick attempts as well. Right now, the Gen 2 RNG manips are limited to trainer ID, I think, and the starter. Ooh, I thought this was it because the HP stat was so good, but it's adamant. Right, we'll try one more. Gen 1 RNG manips in general are tough because they're just so brute forced. I don't care about Virtual Console, honestly. The problem with Virtual Console is that, like, I don't know. I would rather just play on the original Game Boy games. Everyone thinks I'm crazy for preferring the originals to VC, but VC can't, Virtual Console can't connect to Stadium. Stadium 3 is the game we all deserve, but not the one we'll get right now. You prefer having the Super Game Boy colors and Stadium speed up. I still don't get people who like the Super Game Boy colors. Just use a Game Boy Color. It gives you better colors. And you have way more options for color palettes if you use a Game Boy Color. We'll count this one. Yeah, but yellow sucks ass, so don't play that one ever anyway. I'm an ultra hater of yellow version. Jolly, huh? All right. Let's do a calc. I'm an ultra hater of yellow. I think it is way worse than red and blue. Yellow more like smello. That's right, that's right. When I was a kid, I traded my Raichu, or my Pikachu, to my brother's blue version because yellow lets you trade the Pikachu away. So I traded the Pikachu to my brother's blue version, or red version, so I could then evolve it and then traded it back. So I lost the follower feature, but I got to have a Raichu. Hello, Blisy. I'm shiny hunting Deoxys and Emerald, doing runaways. Can I always get if I leave my game on? I don't answer questions about shiny hunting because I'm not a shiny hunter. Go ask a shiny hunter. I am not a tool for shiny hunters to use and ask me questions about how their game works to then be turned around and dunked on by. 197, 128, 132, 122, 119, 133. Yeah, I don't have a big problem with yellow. It's not the one that I... Camilla, stop spamming, please. Thank you. You're not particularly funny. In a jolly. I don't have too many options for me, please. That's noise. All right, we were on seed 5 advances early. Yeah, I think 5 or 6, something like that. Yes, the Super Game Boy palette in all of the games is more limited. So I think it just looks worse because of that. Am I being overly harsh on the Super Game Boy? Yes. Is the reason for it because I didn't grow up with a Super Game Boy and I grew up with a Game Boy Color? Yes. Is that it? Yes. Oh. Hey guys, we got 50 viewers but only 30 likes. If you're having a good time, please consider hitting the like button. Helps me out, helps the stream out, helps the channel out. It's totally free. You'll get recommended my streams more. Other people get recommended my streams more, etc. if you like this type of stuff. Just pop in the stream immediately like, well, thank you, YBKek, I appreciate it. I will never sell them, and in fact, if I ever see anyone selling them, I will go after them with takedown notices. That is how strongly I feel about it. The reason I don't want them sold ever, or don't want to sell them, is because I did a lot of work to make sure it was easily accessible for people to make them for free for themselves, to get the events for free for themselves. I don't want this to be something that anyone thinks they have to be paying for, or needs to pay for, or anything like that. The goal was to make it as easy as possible for people to get them for free for everyone. And there's many reasons why I don't feel comfortable selling them. One is it's definitely not legal. I'm using an assload of Nintendo's official code in them. And while I don't necessarily think I would get gone after for it, I don't think it's worth the risk. Now, on top of that, these cards were all heavily made by myself, Shao, and Riley. Oh, this is the right nature. I don't think the HP is right. I'll just put in these stats. So 3 people heavily contributed to the making of these cards. And I do not feel as though it's worth the effort to try and revenue split like with 3 different people working on this, selling them. The most I would ever do is a giveaway, which I can't currently continue to do because my fucking printer is broken. Which is the only reason the giveaway hasn't happened yet. I actually want to listen to that one again. But yeah, I'm very opposed to the idea of them ever being sold by anyone, including myself. They were basically a craft project that I made public and open source for everyone, so. Verlisify shows getting into cheating drama. Why are you talking about that guy? Who cares about that guy? It would be big brained, not ripped. But when I designed the thumbnail T-Bolt, I wasn't actually sure on what Jirachi spread I was going to be aiming for. And the modest one was literally just the first one I found. They would actually have the big, it should have the big head. He groomed your friend. Okay. First of all, what does that have to do with cheating? And second of all, like, why did you just come into my chat and try and talk about him? Like, he's a piece of shit. We all know this. But what's the point of talking about him? Like, the only way for people to stop talking about, like, for him to have no power is for you to ignore him. Ooh, maybe. That's docile. Alright, I'll do one more. Do one more and then we'll check. Like, it's fine, you can have problems with him and he can have done bad things. We all know he does bad things. He's very bad. Tells people to commit self-harm. He just harasses people. Generally refuses to engage in any form of meaningful discussion. Game Boy player uses the Game Boy Color's visuals, best man. I created the event, correct? What are you trying to do? RNG manipulate? Trying to get a perfect one? Like, I made a game for myself to play. Effectively here. I made a little RNG thing for myself to RNG. Getting your emerald, they don't work on emerald, Diyoshi. They're only for ruby and sapphire. That's why the title, if you notice, says DLC for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Alright, there you go, Diyoshi. Good luck on enjoying the events. Hey Blisy, I just want to thank you for all the Gen 3 RNG videos and the work you've done for the community. Recently got back into Gen 3 with my bro and my girlfriend. We've been having a blast. Awesome, Arsaurus. What have you been manipping? What'd you do? One more and then I'll calc. But I should be very close. Yeah, green's only in Japanese. We've listened to a lot of the Adventure Zone OST. We could look up either COST. They got this anywhere? Well, I just clicked up like a 4-hour loop. It's not what I wanted. Ah, here we go. I found it. Oh, man. It's very clear how much less popular this show is now. Got tons of egg houses of shiny Pokemon that I love. Recently, RNG shiny Wooper and Fire Red. Nice. Timid. Let's see what we got. Timid. All right, we're gonna level this stuff up. Well, the thing about introducing a kid to games is that they can probably play anything if their exposure is low. I think you always want to introduce, you know, kids to video games that are older, because if they grow up playing older games as well, they'll be able to enjoy more games. And what I mean by that is not that like older games are better or something, but a lot of older games, and the older games have like conventions that are like horse shit. Like Pokemon is pretty unique for the time, where it was just an RPG that you can save anywhere you want, whenever. Like every RPG back then pretty much required a save portal or whatever the fuck. And like and like lots of games, like for example, the Donkey Kong Country 2, in order to save, you need to get save coins to use the save spot. What the fuck is that about? Let me save. Why is saving not a feature? You need to unlock an NPC who will then give you fast travel instead of just being able to go from world map to world map, right? These things are fucking annoying and they make playing the game less fun. But if you grew up playing Donkey Kong Country 2, right, then actually it doesn't matter, and you can also enjoy other games that have a similar system in them. And so it's like if you're able to, you know, play older games with outdated conventions when you're younger, it could be beneficial to allowing them to enjoy older. Because like I basically can enjoy almost no NES games, for example. Like there's a lot of NES games that like I think the first Zelda game fucking blows. The game gives you too little direction, and too many of the puzzles are just like, they're not even puzzles. It's like, guess you gotta set a tree on fire, walk through this fucking wall with no indication of a difference, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I think if they grew up playing Zelda 1, they might not think that, and they might actually be able to enjoy it and other games that have those problems. All right. Oh, $30 from Vestman. Holy moly, thank you very much, Vestman. I appreciate it. Everybody pog Vestman. Thank you very much. It's very generous of you. Well, I don't think Chrono Trigger has any outdated feature. I think one of the reasons Chrono Trigger is so good is because it's aged so well, right? I'll update it. Why not? It's been a while since I played Chrono Trigger, but I don't remember anything particularly egregious about it. Thanks for the donation. Oh my lord, I missed the button. Oh my gosh, I missed the button again. There we go. Wait, what's happening? I'm having a stroke. Yeah, but like I think honestly, to be truthful, I do think pretty much every Pokemon game starting with Gen 3 is effectively a modern video game. Like how would you distinguish, like a video game that looks very similar to this could easily come out nowadays because pixel art isn't considered retro when it's 16-bit pixel art. Really, it's not really considered retro anymore. It's just considered like a choice in art style that you have, right? So you could start any, I think you could start any kid with Gen 3 and they'd probably think it's totally fine. But when you compare it to something like you know, red and blue, you know, have aged. I do think that gold, silver, crystal are actually, despite the visual, well, first of all, I think the games look fucking great, but it's obviously they're, you know, an 8-bit game. I do think gold, silver, crystal have aged insanely well if you have an actual fucking battery to play that. Those games are really good. They have so much for you to do. They don't leave you directionless pretty much ever. It's like never really that confusing. Pretty much the only bad part of the game is in Kanto, where you have to get the fucking piece from the pool or whatever. That's pretty much the worst part of the game. Downside is, you know, what's the point of playing gold, silver, crystal when you could just fucking play hard gold and have a grand old time with modern visuals? Hey, what's up, Ferd? How you doing? That guy owned me. In fact, I should just start over. I got fully owned. What are your favorite video games? Well, the first Jak and Daxter is my favorite game of all time. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, holds a special place in my heart. I like the rest of the franchise a lot too, of course. However, Jak 2 and 3 have not aged anywhere near as gracefully and are largely inferior sequels to Jak 1 and to each other. Or the games get worse every time. But the first game, the Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, aged like a fucking fine wine. The only bad thing about that game is that the jokes aren't funny. Like, they're not even like bad, but they're just like literally for little kids. Like, that's really the bad part about the game. Everything else about Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy is a fucking marvel. The game is a fully open world game from 2001 on my PlayStation 2. Every single level is fucking meticulously designed to be sick. The collectibles are perfectly designed. There's only fucking 2 of them, and it's power cells and precursor orbs. Or there's 3 of them actually, but the 2 collectibles, scout flies and precursor orbs, they only exist to get the main collectible. So I love that game to death. The levels are very fun. The atmosphere is perfect. You get instantly immersed into the game for literally ever. So that game is just nearly flawless for me. I love the first Jak and Daxter to death. I've played it. I've easily played that game over 100 times in my entire life. Not an exaggeration. Literally have completed it. Oh, fuck. over that many times, because there was a period in my life where it was like a way I would cope with stress, and I would just sit down and play it, because you can beat that game in like a very short amount of time. You can beat that game in a very short amount of time. Okay, so this is a little creepy. I don't like this. I'm trying to think. What else? What are my other favorite games ever? I do love the Ratchet and Clank series, although I don't know if any of the Ratchet and Clank games make the list. I think I have to put Metroid Dread on there. I played Metroid Dread 3 times to completion the week it came out. That game is fucking awesome. I love everything about it. The movement is slick. The atmosphere is great. The music is great. I love Metroid Dread. Last one might be Wario Land 4. Really good game. Yeah, I think the last one's just Wario Land 4. I love all of the Wario Land games. I've blasted through them all a billion times. I love them to death. Rudy the Clown is Wario Land 3, which is also a very good game. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of, to like Wario World from the GameCube. It's okay. I like it. It's like not the most interesting game. Good picks. Yeah, those are my favorites. Although I think it's easy to really change 3. Wario Land 3 could easily, or Wario Land 4 could easily be 2 or 3. No, I have no issue with the short game. Because if a game is short, but it's fun to replay it, then I have no fuck. Because Metroid Dread is really short. And I have, but the positive to Metroid Dread is it's actively fun to replay. I didn't expect the song to pop off like this. I'm trying to get a shiny Surudo on Heart Gold, but I have RNG manipulated. Is the only way to get him with Ermin Call, since I don't have roamers yet. Thank you. You can also trade Chadots over if you wanted. Like, I think this is something games have lost these days, where if a game comes out and it's like not a 40-hour epic, people are like, hey, they wasted $60. Like, again, my first Metroid Dread playthrough, my first Metroid Dread playthrough was pretty short. I think it was close, it was 4 hours or under, I want to say, of in-game time. Probably total time, like 8 hours. But, like, does that matter? Because I can actually check how much time I put total into Metroid Dread. I've played Metroid Dread for 45 hours. That's at least 4 playthroughs plus some boss rush mode. You know what I mean? So that is so yeah, like Wario World just isn't as mechanically interesting as some of the Wario Land games, basically. One more and I'll calc again, because clearly something's wrong here. Metroid Fusion thoughts? Metroid Fusion is... Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I keep missing the button. Metroid Fusion is one of the weaker Metroid games. The story is not as interesting. I don't like Samus's characterization at all in it. And the adventure through the game is less fun because it gives you less ability to explore. However, what Metroid Fusion lacks in freedom, it brings in with difficulty, which is one of the reasons it's the most fun. So Metroid Fusion has, I have it on, I actually have it in, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but my Metroid Fusion copy is, actually I can just make you see it. Just blur myself. Oh. They're going really far, is that what's doing? My Metroid Fusion copy is Japanese, because the Japanese copy actually has a hard mode that is not present on the American release. And so Metroid Fusion brings difficulty, and the hard mode is really good. I think that Zero Mission's hard mode is too fucking hard. This one has a really good hard mode. So Metroid Fusion is fun to play because it is a action game with good controls, decent level design, and good difficulty curve, and it's hard the whole way through. That's why I like it. I think the level design is weaker than almost all the other Metroid games. The game consistently has no environmental cues at all for where you're supposed to bomb stuff. It's extremely frustrating. Even as a person who's played it like 5 times now, sometimes I still forget which spots are bombable and which aren't, and which I can just roll through. And the SAX stuff is okay, but my main issue with the SAX stuff is that they are effectively, once you know what to do with them, are largely reduced to cutscenes rather than anything interesting. So I do like it more than Super Metroid, which is everyone's favorite. But the problem with Super Metroid is I fucking hate the controls in that game. They are so clunky. Hitting select to switch your weapon is just so awful. I really do not like it. And I also don't think that Meridia is particularly enjoyable as a water level. I don't like any of the Metroid Prime games, so I don't even care. I think they're all awful. We'll calc this one. I think the Metroid Prime games miss the entire thing that make the 2D Metroids fun for me. So... yeah, my favorite until Dread was, my favorite until Dread was, what's it called? And no, the Japanese don't underestimate us, actually. Fusion came out in Japan last. And it's very weird. It's clear that the added difficulty was literally just a thing of like they just had more development time in Japan, so they just tacked it on. Because Metroid Zero Mission got a hard mode, and I think it's harder than Fusion's hard mode. I actually think Metroid Zero Mission's hard mode is too hard and not as fun. But the problem is, if you're not playing hard mode, then Metroid Zero Mission is like too fucking easy. So, bit of a double-edged sword there. But yeah, the Prime games are just not even on my radar. They just miss the point of what's fun for me about the 2D games. They're slow paced to a crawl. They don't allow as much exploration as the 2D games, and they have a bunch of mandatory backtracking that is unskippable in like a really weird way, where the 2D games actually, you know, despite contrary belief, do not have that type of thing. No. I was too early on both ends. I mean, my favorite for a really long time was Metroid Zero Mission in terms of Metroid games, but the most recent Metroid Dread is just too good. I just can't deny how fucking good that game is. Truly, I can't, it's just so good. It's so fun. I love it to death. It's hard as fuck. The action is fucking awesome. The story is awesome. The level design is awesome. It's just so smooth to control and play, and What do you mean does Jirachi say wish? There is no Jirachi cry in the main games anywhere. I couldn't even find a cry of Jirachi in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. What's up, Frostbite? How are you? We're gonna put on some shit I've been playing lately. I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Santiago, he's fine. He's sleeping right now at the back door. He is big chillin'. Santiago's big chillin' back there. Taking a little nap. And by little nap, I mean the entire day he's sleeping. This game's soundtrack rips, by the way. These drums. These drums go insane.
Thanks for the sub.
Wild Guns, one of your favorite. I fucking love Wild Guns, yeah. It's called Wild Guns, yeah. Wild Guns is an example of one of those games that is very replayable. Oh, I think this is it. Yep, we got it. Put Wild Guns on, instant grab. I'll do a stat calc for you all. But yeah, this is it. This is definitely it. Modest, right? Bam. It's 31. Well, actually, let's look at the. Let's get out of here, MGBA. I actually forget the exact stats of this Jirachi, but yeah. It's there's probably some 30s in there. I just can't remember what they are. Let's see if I can find it. What was my origin seed? Target seed was EC, so it looks like everything's 31 except special attack, which is 30. It is this one down here. There we go. I mean, Desolation Canyon is good, but what we really want is the armored train for our celebration, our victory lap here. Here's the Jirachi from yesterday. They both appear to have Ganlon berries. These are all the other Jirachis that are from testing phase. And we got it. Well, that's pretty cool that we got it. Oh. I'll send it over to Emerald. I'll send him over to Emerald and then EV train him. Yeah, we got it already. Double frame perfect. I pretty much nailed that shit, surprisingly. There are a decent amount of NPCs there as well. Yeah, they're infinitely repeatable. The only ones that aren't repeatable are actually Kyogre and Groudon. And that's just because the way I did the check was like really lazy. So... because it was so lazy, I didn't... It was just a really lazy check and I don't feel like fixing it, basically. It's just Kyogre and Groudon, literally, and they're the least important ones. All right, with that said, I'm gonna end stream here. Don't feel like I have any unfinished business. I don't know what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing some BGC stuff. Maybe I'll put out a poll on Twitter and on my YouTube page to see what I'm streaming tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you later. And again, thank you to Vestman for the 30 buck. And thank you to, let me look at the other person who's too fan funded. Thank you to Interesting Videos for the 3 Australian buck. I appreciate both of you very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.